Hello. You see on the video the vegetables I prepare to make a delicious fasting gove. I think before that I can enhance them with the appliance I bought a month ago, but I just crossed them to measure their energy with the pendulum. Before ozonation and after. It is possible to shake the camera a little, because I shoot myself and at the same time I measure. I hope you didn't make you so bad. On the amplitude of the pendulum, the deviation on the main vertical acute cuts the energy of the content of the vegetables I measure now. We are about to make a minute processing with ozone, and then we will see the end result. It is time to see the result of the work of the ozonator. As he did his job, I was able to do a little of my housework. Just to decorate that these little things that swim on the surface are actually celery root cut into fine pieces that I use when cooking. The other is Brussels sprouts. There are a few celeries again cut into finely. It's the vegetables I always cook in the evening. Sometimes I also put garlic. This time I forgot to clean up 2 ounces. Now we can see the vegetable in the water. What is the amplitude of the pendulum? As I excited beforehand, I shoot myself, and as the camera catches the object in a very close-up, I miss setting it up for a more dazzling shooting. And we will measure again to see the truly impressive result. I just want to decorate that I do not turn the pendulum. I just hold it. This amplitude and its speed show the intensity of, more specifically, the energy of everything that is now contained in this coat of vegetables. For me, the result is excellent. The benefit of ozone. Fruits, vegetables, water, meat is obvious, at least for me. It is positive. The benefit and what else I wanted to say in general, the causing vegetables. As far as I know, it eliminates the presence of any harmful substances, pesticides and other such traces of artificial chemicals, fertilizers and so on. So if you can allow you get such a device. The store network has a variety of different prices. And do what I do. Purify your food. And again, I want to tell you a few words about working with a pendulum. Visually, when they watched me from the side, people would be left with the impression that I was turning the pendulum, which is somewhat true. My cancer rotates it, but the information on the object I measure, whether in place, live, or remotely, i.e., using fine sensitivity, this information is reduced in my body, i.e., driven certain nerve centers of the hand, and she spins the pendulum. Of course, there is no way to rotate from the air, so I explained it very well, detailed. In your second book, The New Healing Art, that has already read it will understand what it is about. Thus, for me, the measurement is valid and shows without doubt the usefulness of ozonation of food. As I wait for the delicious casserole that I cooked a while ago, I decided to make you another demonstration with the energy measurement of 2 glasses of water. In one of the glasses I poured water from the tap, and in the other water I have ozonated for 10 minutes. For water, ozonation is 10 liters. Fluid, 10 mutts ozonation, and now I will demonstrate both for you and for myself if there is a difference in the energy of this water and other water, in which is better. This is the water I poured out of the tap. You see for yourself at what speed and what amplitude the pendulum turns above it. And given that in the cauliflower, water and poles are not considered to be some of the cleanest in Bulgaria, this result is very encouraging. Now we will see how things are with ozone water. Well, I have to move the camera away because the pendulum you see at what speed I have. In fact, the speed is not as high as it was with ozonated vegetables, but the braid, it goes beyond the diameter of the chase. Here again, let's get back to this glass. And then this glass. We can deceive it for you, it is true for me. The fact is, we do not dispute that ozone-treated water has better energy. And the last task, which the ozonator has to fill for today, is to ozone this piece of pork leg I bought for our 2 cats. It is a fact, especially for those of you who have pets, that, at least lately, granulated food has not saturated animals. My kittens are left hungry, although I buy them relatively expensive food, which should be quality, therefore, which occasionally buy them a piece of meat at the beginning, a little muse. ozone meat, then even used to the water they drink is already ozonated. After 10 minutes, because they are so needed for the ozone of meat and fish, I will show you the result. Here is such a foam is separated on the surface of the water during the ozonation of the meat. I have no idea what is due. Not always, and not every meat releases so much foam. At the end of the process, I will show you the change in the color of the meat. It seems much more challenging. Obviously, the ozone itself causes it not only from all antibiotics and growth hormones that treat animals, but also the fountains used by the manufacturers to convey to the product itself a more trading look. This is the same piece of meat, but after ozone you can see that its color is much lighter, faded, indicating that the process itself is also removed from the saintly used. Subscribe.